You're still here? Mia's voice cut through the silence. I looked up from the screen. Where else would I be? Big pitch tomorrow. She stepped in, heels sharp against the floor. But she wasn't alone. Ethan followed behind her. I blinked. You brought him? Mia didn't smile. Didn't joke. Just said, we need to talk. I stood, heart already sinking. All right, talk. Her eyes darted to Ethan, then back to me. This isn't working anymore, Nathan, I frowned. What? You and me, us, it's over. I chuckled, confused. You're joking, right? In front of him? Ethan shifted, smug but quiet. Mia folded her arms. I'm serious. You're always buried in work. I don't feel alive around you. So, what now you do? With him? I do, she said. He sees me. He listens. You mean he flirts during lunch breaks and says what you want to hear? Ethan finally spoke. Look, man, I didn't plan this. I laughed bitterly. No? Just tripped and fell into my girlfriend? Nathan, Mia started. No, let me get this straight, I cut in. I work late every night to build something for us and you leave me for an intern? I'm not sorry for wanting more, she snapped. You were always safe, predictable, boring. Right. And Ethan's the exciting upgrade? Don't make this harder than it has to be, she said. You made it hard the moment you walked in holding his hand. By now, my coworkers were glancing from their desks, watching the storm unfold. Mia, I said, lowering my voice. Not here. Why not? She said louder. You're always putting on a show for work. Maybe it's time they saw who you really are. I clenched my jaw. You really want to do this here? She took Ethan's hand in front of everyone. I already did. And then she kissed him, right there, in front of everyone. I stood frozen, fists clenched, mouth dry. When she pulled back, she looked at me like I was just nothing. I hope someday you understand, she said. Ethan avoided my eyes. Coward. She turned to leave, pulling him with her. I heard whispers behind me. Laughter. Pity. Hey, man, you all right? Someone muttered. I couldn't answer. I just stared at the door she walked out of. The same door I opened for her every morning. Pick up. Nate, please. Lena's voice echoed from my voicemail for the 6th time. I stared at my phone on the floor, blinking through the darkness. I hadn't moved in days. The curtains stayed shut. So did I, another message buzzed. I didn't check it. The couch creaked as I shifted, blanket still wrapped around me. My laptop sat on the table unopened. Emails piled up. I didn't care. I kept hearing her voice. You were always safe, predictable, boring. A knock shattered the silence. I didn't answer. It came again. Harder this time. Nathan! I swear if you don't open this door, I'll break it down. Still nothing. Then came the click. She had a key. Lena stormed in. What the hell happened to you? I looked at her. You saw the news? I saw Mia's Instagram. I saw that smug little intern. And I saw your face in every damn memory. She kissed him, Lena, in front of everyone. I know. She didn't even flinch. I know that too. I leaned back. Do you think I was boring? She blinked. What? Do you think I made her feel stuck? She stepped closer. Don't do that. I just want to know. No, Nate, I'm not feeding your pity party. This isn't pity, I whispered. This is me broken. Lena grabbed the curtains and yanked them open. Light stabbed my eyes. You need air, she said. And food. And a shower, by the way. I'm not hungry. Tough. She disappeared into the kitchen, slamming cabinets. I sighed. You didn't have to come. Actually, I did, she called. You weren't answering. I thought you'd done something stupid. Silence. She walked back, holding toast. Eat. I took a bite out of guilt, not hunger. She sat beside me. I get it, I do. She ripped your heart out in front of everyone. I chewed slowly. It wasn't just the heartbreak. It was the humiliation, I know. That's why you can't stay here. I don't want to go outside. You're not going outside. You're going somewhere else, I turned. What? She reached into her bag and dropped a plane ticket on the table. I stared at it. Barcelona? One way, she said. You always talked about going. Now you will. I can't just leave. Why not? My job, my lease. Your excuses, she cut in. I rubbed my face. I'm not ready. You won't ever be ready. But you're dying here, Nate. I stared at the ticket. I don't even speak Spanish. Then learn it. You're smart. You'll survive. I don't want to run away. You're not running. You're saving yourself. I looked at her. You really think I can come back from this? She softened. I think you already have. You just don't see it yet, I swallowed. What if she calls? Then let it ring. What if she shows up? Then don't open the door. I chuckled weakly. Easier said than done, she stood up. You've done harder things. I picked up the ticket, reading my name printed clearly across the top. Flight's in 2 days, she said. And I'm not letting you waste it. I looked around. Every photo, every corner, every crack reminded me of her. I don't belong here anymore, I whispered. No, you don't. Coffee or wine? The woman behind the counter asked. Coffee. Black. My voice cracked from disuse. She nodded. You look jet-lagged or heartbroken. Maybe both, I half-smiled. Both sounds about right. Sit, I'll bring it to you. I took the seat by the window. Outside, Barcelona buzzed. Warm light, fast words, unfamiliar rhythm. It felt nothing like home. Maybe that's why I stayed. A woman slid into the seat across from me. Late 40s, silver strands in her hair, warm eyes. You look like someone trying to run from something, she said. I blinked. Do I know you? She pointed to the worn name tag on her cardigan. Dr. Camille. You don't, but I know that look. Therapist? Retired, she smiled. Now I just read people in books. Sometimes both at once. I sipped the coffee placed beside me. So what do you see? A man who was shattered recently but still boarded a plane. That takes guts. I stared at my reflection in the mug. She left me. For someone younger. Someone dumber. I trained him, you know? Ouch, in front of everyone. Just threw me away. You weren't thrown away, she said. You were set free, I laughed bitterly. Didn't feel like freedom. It never does at first. Spent 5 years with her. Built everything around us. And she burned it all. Then build something else, she said. But this time make it yours. I stared out the window. I don't even know where to start. Start with breakfast tomorrow. I know a good cafe. You need a local friend. You're American, right? Oliver asked, sliding into the seat beside me the next morning. Unfortunately, I muttered. He grinned. Camille told me you're in limbo. Said you might be useful. Useful how? I'm building a startup. I need someone who can write, pitch, and not fall apart under pressure. I raised an eyebrow. I'm fresh off a breakdown. Perfect. You've already faced your worst day. Now you're immune, I smiled. I'll think about it. You've got until the croissant's gone, he said, taking a huge bite. 3 days later, I was in Oliver's tiny office, translating pitches into English and fixing his website. How's that look? I asked. He peered over. Like someone who knows what he's doing. Why'd you leave again? My ex fell for my intern, he whistled. Damn, that's harsh. She said I made her feel stuck. You probably did. But that doesn't mean you deserved it. Thanks? I mean it. You weren't the problem. She just didn't know what she wanted, I sighed. Sometimes I still check her socials. Don't. I know. You're building something new now. Don't poison it with old ghosts. Tell me the worst thing she said to you, Camille asked a week later. I hesitated. She said I was safe. Like I was some worn-out sweater she kept for comfort. And you believed her? Yeah, then she won twice. Once when she left. Again when you agreed. I leaned back. Why does that still sting? Because you thought love meant sacrifice. She thought it meant escape. I was quiet. Stop grieving the version of her you created in your head. That's hard. Growth always is. You know, Oliver said, you're kind of killing it. Don't jinx it. No, seriously. That investor? You handled him like a pro. I blacked out during half of it. Still nailed it. I smiled. Feels good to win again. Even in small ways, like you're rebuilding. Brick by brick. Yeah. You miss her? Less than I miss who I used to be before her. He nodded. That guy's not gone. He's just evolving. One night I sat alone by the beach, phone in hand, Mia's name glowing in my recent calls. I didn't press it. Instead, I messaged Camille. You were right. I feel lighter today, she replied instantly. Healing isn't about forgetting. It's about reclaiming. I looked out at the waves, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel broken. Hey, I miss you. That was it. No apology. No explanation. Just 7 weak words sitting in my LinkedIn inbox like they still had power over me. I stared at the message for a while, then then closed the tab. Later that night, I opened Instagram. Mia's page looked different. All the couple selfies were gone. No more beach dates, no more Ethan, just filtered sunsets, sad quotes like, "Some lessons come wrapped in regret," and "Healing isn't linear." I scrolled. One story, a black screen with "Some people never deserved me." I laughed. That's rich. 2 days later, I got the email. Subject line, "Please read this." I hesitated, then clicked. "Nathan, I don't know what to say. I know I hurt you. I made a mistake. I thought I wanted something new, but all I got was fake promises." He left a month later. Said he wasn't ready for commitment. I was stupid. I see that now. "Can we talk?" I exhaled. Of course he left. I called Lena. "You're not going to believe this." She reached out, didn't she? "How'd you know?" She posted a crying selfie on Facebook last week with the caption, "Growth is painful." She's been circling you ever since. She said she made a mistake. They always do after the crash. She said Ethan ghosted her. "I'm shocked," Lena said flatly. "Did she expect loyalty from a guy who snuck around behind your back?" "She wants to talk." "And what do you want?" I paused. "Nothing. Good, don't feed the drama. Let karma cook." Oliver noticed me spacing out the next day. "Someone haunting your inbox again?" "Yeah." "Mia?" "Yeah." "She begging or blaming?" "Both." "She see your investor post?" "Probably," he chuckled. "Funny how success brings the ghosts back." "She said she was stupid." "She was. But that's not your burden." "She said she sees now what I meant to her." "Of course she does. You're thriving now, and she's alone." "She said she misses me." "Too bad she didn't miss you when it mattered." That night, I stared at her message again. I typed, "I'm glad you're healing." "I am too." Then I deleted it. I typed, "Some wounds don't reopen. Some doors stay shut." Deleted that too. In the end, I wrote nothing. Just watched her words sit there, unread, unanswered. "Are you nervous?" Oliver asked as we stepped off the plane. "No." "Liar," I smirked. "Okay, maybe a little. First time back since everything." "New York missed you," he said. "Probably," I laughed under my breath. "I doubt that." "Let's shake the room, Nate." The summit hall buzzed. Lights, cameras, rows of faces. I spotted her instantly, far back, half hidden, but I knew. Mia. Eyes wide, lips parted. Like she couldn't believe I existed in this version. I turned away, focused on the mic, on my voice, on the now. "My name is Nathan Cole," I said, calm and steady. "I came here with nothing but a bag, a broken heart, and a need to start over." Silence. I thought losing everything was the end. But sometimes losing is just life clearing space. A few heads nodded. Cameras clicked. I'm not a comeback story. I'm a reinvention. And I'm not done yet. Applause. Standing ovation. But I didn't look at her. Afterwards, I stepped into the lobby. The air felt heavier. "Nathan?" I turned slowly. She stood there. Mia. Same eyes, less fire. "You look different," she whispered. "I am." She blinked. "I didn't expect you to actually speak. I didn't expect you to show up." "I saw the announcement," she said. "I had to come. Why?" "I wanted to hear you. I wanted to see what you became." I tilted my head. "And? You became everything I thought you never would." I nodded. "Thanks, I guess." She looked down. "Ethan, he left. Weeks after I chose him." "Of course he did. I thought he loved me." "You thought wrong." She inhaled sharply. "He used me. Said all the right things. Then he ghosted. And I deserved it. Maybe." She stepped closer. "Nathan, I was stupid. I see it now. I broke something real for something fake." I said nothing. "You were the only one who truly loved me," she whispered. "You never lied. Never gave up." I crossed my arms. "But you did, I know. And I hate myself for it." "Good." Tears welled in her eyes. "I miss you every day." "That's not my problem anymore. I just want a chance to fix it." "You can't." She swallowed hard. "You don't miss me?" I met her gaze. "I miss the version of you I thought was real." "Not this," her voice cracked. "I didn't know how good I had it. You didn't want good. You wanted chaos. I was scared, and I was steady," I said. "And you hated me for it." "I didn't hate you," she said quickly. Then why humiliate me in front of everyone? She flinched. I thought I wanted excitement. You wanted attention. Now you have regret, she wiped her cheek. I wish I could go back. I don't, I said. She looked at me like she was seeing a ghost. You really don't feel anything? I feel peace, and I won't trade it for your drama. Silence stretched between us, so that's it? She whispered. That's it. Her lips trembled. Can I hug you? No. Can I at least say I'm sorry? You did. I turned to leave. Nathan, she called softly. I stopped. I hope you find someone who sees you the way I never could. I didn't look back. I already did. I said, and I walked away. Barcelona sunsets hit different, Oliver said, raising his glass. I laughed. You've lived here your whole life. How are you still impressed? Because I'm sitting next to two people who make it better. Rachel smiled, tucking her hair behind her ear. That was almost smooth, Oliver. Almost? He grinned. I leaned back in my chair, watching the sky turn soft gold and lavender. This doesn't feel real. It is, Rachel said. You made it real. You remember who you were when you got here? Oliver asked. I nodded. Yeah, broken, angry, lost. Rachel leaned her head on my shoulder. And now? I exhaled. Now I feel calm. That's growth, she said softly. I used to think peace was boring, I admitted. But it's everything. My phone buzzed. Lena, I answered. You're glowing, she said instantly. Must be the wine. Nope, that's self-respect and clarity. I laughed. You're impossible. I'm serious. Look at you. You actually smiled. I've been smiling a lot lately. You deserve to, Rachel whispered. Is that Lena? I nodded and handed her the phone. Rachel said, Hi. I've heard so much about you, Lena replied. All good things, I hope? Rachel smiled. He talks like you're the reason he didn't crumble. She's not wrong, I said. Lena smirked through the screen. I just reminded you who you were. I forgot for a while. Now you remember. I nodded. Yeah, I remember. After the call, we sat in silence for a moment. You ever think about her? Rachel asked quietly. Mia? She nodded. Sometimes, I said. But not in the way I used to. How do you mean? I don't hate her. I don't need her to suffer. She is suffering, though, Rachel added. I know, I said. But that's not mine to carry. Oliver raised his glass. To letting go, I clinked mine against his. To moving forward, Rachel smiled. To starting over. As the last bit of sun dipped below the horizon, I closed my eyes. I thought about the man I used to be, the one who begged her to stay, the one who watched her walk away without fighting for him. That man died the day she kissed Ethan. This version? He lived? You're really doing it? Rachel asked, watching me sit at the table with a pen and blank paper. Yeah, I said, but I'm not sending it, she nodded. Closure? Something like that. I stared at the page, heart pounding. Then I wrote, Dear Mia, you taught me pain. You taught me how it feels to break in silence. But more than that, you taught me what love shouldn't feel like. I gave you years. You gave me weeks of pretending. You said I was safe, that I lacked fire. But safety isn't weakness. It's love wrapped in consistency. You wanted chaos. You got it. I used to dream of fixing us. Now I just dream of peace. I forgive you. Not for you. For me, but I'll never return. This is my goodbye. Nathan Rachel leaned over my shoulder. That was honest. It had to be. What are you going to do with it? I stood up, walked to the fireplace, and lit the corner of the paper. The flames danced fast, devouring every line. Rachel asked, Why burn it? Because I don't need her to read it. I needed to let it go. The ash floated up like dust from a book I'd finally closed. She messaged again last night, I said. What did she say? She said she had dreams about me. Said she knows now that I was the one. Rachel stayed quiet. I didn't reply. I added, You really are free. I watched the last ember die. Yeah, I am.